Good evening. Welcome back. We're live here on the Beast of the East podcast on the Bleav Network, also on the video side of the Y'all's Conference Network. You can peep our new digs. Israel decided he was going to cartwheel into the shot. That's my man, Troupe 28. It's Israel Troupe and Vinny Hardy. The band is back.
For the remote.
There you go. And apparently there's some radio. Apparently we're getting some extra tunes in our headphones, so it's going to make the show a little bit more one section. It's Beast of the East, guys. What's going on? What's up?
You said new digs. That applies to the set and to Israel literally, right? He got new digs.
Yeah, Troupe literally has new digs. He is in a new house. Finally got moved in. We talked about it a little bit on Bleav in Georgia Dawgs last week. If you didn't catch that episode, catch it. But he's moved in. Everything went smooth, right?
It did. Got the picture of my babies right up top. I'm in their playroom, which is essentially the business room. It's where all that exercise and all that stuff happens at. So, I don't have my particular space yet because, I get kicked out, even on Father's Day.
Well, if you see Troupe building some Legos, we know why. What's playing on the radio right now?
Let's see. I can't hear it as good as we did earlier.
Bummer. Well, what you can hear is that our partners at BetOnline continue to be the number one source for all of your sports betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest odds and news and developments, including this year's. Well, it's already over now. So if you had Warriors in 6, you probably won. I don't know how much you probably won, but you probably won something. You have the NHL, Stanley Cup Finals, Major League Baseball, and the latest fighting news, and even next season's early NFL futures. We talked a little bit about some over-under win totals for next season in the SEC. We'll get to that a little bit. We'll talk about your Wildcats, Vinny. But first, head to the website or use your mobile device. Sign up today. Receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use that promo code Bleav to get the bonus and get into the action. Bet online. It's where the game starts. So let's get into it, shall we? A little bit of College World Series, actually. Let's go with that first. Have you guys watched it?
Mm-hmm. Watching it right now as we speak. That's why I was doing my cartwheel because I was trying to turn the TV on in here.
Quick. That's what it was.
Our timer ran out before I could get back.
Maybe I should have put it on a minute. You're getting a little older, Troupe. We got to put it for a minute.
Look, I'm not as nimble as I used to be. Okay, I stretch every day though. It helps every once in a while.
That's good. That is good. So, what's
flamed out? I know it's
So yeah, I have no idea. I think Are we losing Vinny?
I just want have we been on since Tennessee flamed out? That's all.
We have not.
No, we haven't.
And if you see on the screen, your social comments will display here. So if you make them, this is where they go. Pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Showing off our new toys.
Yeah,
Tennessee, like this. Tennessee, man. Like
you can see the smile on Vinny's face. He's so excited about to talk about it.
So you know what? We're gonna see the floor to you, Vinny. Have at it. Go in on him.
All apologies. None but love, Kyle Curtis, and Bleav in Tennessee. But look, y'all know, number one all year long. I think they lost 8 games all season when it was all said and done. Didn't lose their first series of the year in the SEC until they came to Kentucky and lost 2 out of 3. They've been playing the villain. They've been playing the heel. Whatever WWE term you want to use it, they embracing the bad boy. Everybody hates us. Bring it on. We hit home runs. We don't just bat flip, which is fine with me. We don't just stand and watch them leave. That's fine. I think Barry Bonds did a whole 360 one time and ran the base. That's fine. We flip you off as we run around the bases. Now that's cross the line. We run around the bases. All that, and then Notre Dame comes in there. Super regional, they got home field all the way through in Knoxville until Omaha. Notre Dame comes in, takes them 2 out of 3. Notre Dame wins the first one. Tennessee bounces back, wins the second one. Notre Dame pumps them, dog piles on their mound, and sends them home 1 game shot of the College World Series. When all these other SEC squads are there, everybody just thought Tennessee would be with Auburn and Ole Miss and Arkansas. Heck, we even got the future SEC there. Texas and Oklahoma's up in there too. And Tennessee didn't make it. Did y'all say somebody had a cooler sitting in Omaha and said volunteers, Tears?
Volunteers. I love that. Yes, I did see that. That's pretty wild. See, now we've got our first ever Manning cast. We got the watch along here. I don't know if you guys can see this. We got the College World Series going right there.
If I'm a Tennessee fan, if Peyton shows up to the game, I'm telling him to leave. Every time he shows up, they lose pretty much. With this football game, he was baseball game, they took an L when he was there. I'm like, dude, Peyton, sit it out. Go to Calhoun's or something. Go back to the crib. Every time you roll up in person, our record, I love to see their record when Peyton shows up because it can't be there.
The Tennessee Volunteers are I know y'all remember this, the Generation X when it was the WWF, when you had Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Billy Badass, X-Pac, like that's who they were. They were the Generation X of the SEC. And after a while, the Generation X fizzled out too. And look what happened to Tennessee. Like me and Corey were talking about on our podcast, I was just saying, Tennessee was the best team hands down. From pitching to hitting to defense, there's no doubt they were the best team, which they should be national champions this year. But their antics and their character and the way they approached the game ended up biting them in the butt, and now you're sitting at home watching.
I forget what was it.
Watching just like us. You're probably tuned in right now.
I forget who they were playing. The kid, I think he's number 1. He's an outfielder. It wasn't even called third strike. He took a call strike, turned and hit the foot with the magic words, got ran, and it was like, what'd I do? Why'd I get tossed?
The umpire paused, and then he doubled down on it. He turned around and doubled down on the magic words.
Then the pitching coach comes out there acting a fool, gets himself ejected and suspended for the games coming up. And, and then that came to bite him because he wasn't there in the games they lost. I mean, they just, emotion is cool, but if you let it control you, Israel, you get too hyped up, you can get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, baseball is a sport that you can't get too hyped up in. I mean, it's an emotional sport, just like anything else, but baseball is focused. I mean, you're hitting a ball that's moving. I mean, it's a lot of focus in this, and to sit there and do the things they do. Now, I'm all for, team morale, team spirit, hyping up your teammates, getting excited, things like that. But, there's a difference between getting excited and disrespect. And for the most part, it was a lot of disrespect from Tennessee. You watch the Vandy series, although that's a big rivalry between them guys. I mean, just the way they go about it. Flicking off the crowd as you hit a home run. I mean, like you said, Vinny, I was telling Corey, this is strike 1. It wasn't strike 3 call. It was strike 1. And you turn around and cuss out the referee and then surprised that he threw you out. Who does that?
And then the head coach comes out.
I can only imagine if I did that. Yeah, I can only imagine if I did that in high school. My head coach would have. I'm not going to say what he would have did to me, because in today's world it would be frowned upon. But to do that,
well, he would have made you run.
Now you're.
That's frowned upon.
Yeah, he'd made me run. But in the biggest stage, you're suspended for the next game. Although they won, I mean, that's a big bat that you lost. So now your timing's off. You lose your pitching coach, even though they won. Now they're off schedule. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of pieces that we're missing. Just because you want to act the fool and show out. I mean, it's baseball. It's not that serious. You're acting like a little league team.
Yeah. I mean, it's unreal. Like, handle your business, get excited, and let's go. Tennessee's too good for that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're too good for that. They have all the pieces. They don't need to act like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we should have 4. What we got? We got 3 in there now. We should have 4 SEC teams, legit. Because although we have those other 2, but we should have legit 4 SEC teams in the College World Series, which means the trophy's coming home to the SEC no matter what. Now you put a really good Notre Dame team in that mix, so you never know.
Who had probably some of the worst uniforms I've ever seen in my life.
Those were ugly. Did you see the ones that were last night? Ooh.
I didn't see those,
God.
but I can't imagine they were worse than the super regional ones that they wore.
The blue on blue is awful.
The blue on blue with like the things on the sleeves.
Yeah, that's the ones they wore last night.
Oh God.
I was cool with the Golden Dome Chrome bat helmet though. I had to give them a little props
Yes.
on that. I mean, I was cool with that.
I like the chrome. I like the chrome helmets. I do like those.
The chrome domes. The golden domers. Yeah. Speaking of, this is the Beast of the East watch along here. We're watching Stephen Willis. His Ole Miss team is up 10-3. So I imagine Locked In Ole Miss is going to do a Omaha recap of this game. So tune into that.
Here watching the game as we do Beast of the East. I mean, are you kidding me right now?
I mean, this is groundbreaking stuff. Like we could do our own Monday Night Football.
I know, strike 3 on a curveball. That's a nice ball. Look, the pitching
that was a knee buckler
in this generation of baseball is amazing. I mean, you got guys that are 5'6", throwing 95 consistently. I mean,
Spencer Strider.
The dynamic of the game has changed so much. Yeah. And it makes baseball fun now. I mean, you're not going to get up there and see lollipops all the time. Teams that haven't played defense. You see a lot of teams like Stanford today playing small ball. They're bunny, things like that. So even though they lost, I mean, they played small ball really well. Just this time of the year is really exciting. Especially for the baseball.
Absolutely. And if you want to see all our social information, it is scrolling on the bottom. If you can keep up with it, it's scrolling. Also, our handles here are our social media stuff too. So, but yeah, I mean, it's small ball's making a comeback. It's not, the pitching's too good for balls to be flying out of the yard left and right. You're going to have to hit and run, put some things into the gap, get aggressive on the base paths, things like that. So I like it, man. I'm here for it. And you're starting to see that a little bit.
I got an unpopular opinion. Corey, I know you're a Braves fan. Israel, aren't you a Yankees fan or something crazy?
I'm a Yankees fan, but I do like the Braves, except for Dansby Swanson.
All right.
I feel like he needs to bunt every time he's at the plate.
He's on a hot streak, though. The Braves are pretty much, I mean, this is the Beast of the East. We talk SEC. The Braves are pretty much.
Talk about NL East, too.
Yeah. The Braves would be the team of the SEC if you went through the South.
That's one thing. That's one thing all of us SEC fans can pretty much unite on is the Braves.
Yes.
For the most part.
I know I'm not the target for this. That'd be an unpopular opinion, but I got nothing for Blooper, the mascot. That thing looks a hot mess. I know they unveiled him 4 or 5 years ago at Fan Day or whatever.
He's got swag though.
I give him that, and I even tweeted that and got into a little beef with Blooper because he tweeted back. And
you got to fight with Blooper.
I got to with Blooper. I've been holding my tongue for 5 years. I ain't like them. They unveiled him, but it was mascot day or whatever, and Blooper said, essentially, I don't recognize mascot day. I should get love pretty much every day. That's what I expect. He said something to that effect. I said, I quote tweeted, "Not a fan of Blooper, but I can't knock this swagger." And Blooper quotes me and says, "Not a fan of Vinny Hardy, but you can't knock this ratio." And so everybody's like, "Oh, Blooper with a sick burn." Oh, Blooper, Blooper looked like a broke Philly fanatic, a bleached Philly fanatic. We got to be original. The mouth looks like the little beeper thing from the Muppets. Beep, 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 beep. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yep.
We could have done better. I know.
I guess we're not having Blooper on the show.
I know the kids love him. Blooper ain't. I'm not the target for Blooper. I get it, but I thought we could have done better. All this hoopla, and then we just come out with Blooper. I get the swag. That's the only thing I got to complain about. You know, Mr. Freeze is cool. Truist Park is cool. Turner Field was still fine. Got a new ballpark. Everything's great. But Blooper, can we do better than that little bleached out, faded wannabe Philly fanatic?
Well, do you remember when the Atlanta IOC unveiled that Olympic mascot?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
96.
They called it Izzy.
Yep.
What is it or whatever? They called it What is it?
Mm.
That was the lamest excuse of a mascot I've ever seen in my life.
See what I'm saying? You're the first one to have issues with.
Hey, y'all got beef. Y'all got beef with mascots, man. Y'all got to let that out.
I did. I finally did.
Vinny got it off his chest. There ain't no mascot
sound like
cooler
you
than Harry Dog or Ugga. Or even Skyhawk. I'll take Skyhawk. I don't know, Troupe, if you ever been to a Hawks game and saw Skyhawk. He's like the buff hawk that goes and does all the dunks, you know, off the trampoline.
Oh yeah.
He has like the dunk crew. Yeah, that guy's got some swag. And then Harry the Hawk too. Harry the Hawk is cool.
So if I'm alone on the Blooper hate, I'll down that hill. I don't have a problem.
They should bring back Chief Nakahoma.
Yeah, you know, I just can't. Don't copy the Phillies. Don't the body style, the body type. We look too much like the Philly fanatic. Don't copy nothing from a division rival that we hate. We hate the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Yeah.
So that's my. I just had to say that. I didn't mean.
And this soapbox is brought to you by Dial.
Yeah. Vinny meant that one. He feels better now. He's been holding that in for 5 years. You heard him.
He's good.
5 years he's been holding that in.
He's been waiting for us to do a show so he could unleash on Blooper. He was pumped, man. He comes on, he's like, man, I'm ready to go. Sorry I'm late. I was just hyping myself up. Vinny was probably reading his tweets back and forth with Blooper.
He had a flashback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I watched the whole fan day ceremony when they first introduced him to Braves country, and see, all right, thank you, appreciate y'all.
All right, now that's off your chest.
You're welcome.
Ole Miss has made the Bell South call to the bullpen.
We got Omaha and Omaha. Is that what they both doing? That's what they're doing, right?
Omaha and the Omahawks, yes. That's pretty clever.
The rest of the country is just going. When Tennessee got knocked out, I immediately tweeted Nomaha in honor of Peyton Manning because they didn't get to go to Omaha. So
that's sad. That's a sad story, and I think, like I said, I was talking on our Bleav Network podcast. I said I think they need to have a powwow with the head coach. I mean, that's unacceptable to go that far, to be that good, and to not make it. You know, it just goes back to either you're coaching it or you're allowing it. And it looks like a little bit of both. Mm-hmm. So they need to have a come to Jesus meeting, you know, talk to the baseball guys and tell everybody that they're sorry because that was bad.
That's how he is.
That wasn't very good.
I think that's a reflection of their coach. That dude's fiery and that's coming straight from the top.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure is.
I like the swag. I like the fire. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like it. I mean, to go to bat for your team, you know, the way he does, and I'm all for that. But at the end of the day,
when he's out there, yeah, I feel you on that, man. When he's out there bumping officials and just going crazy, any little thing that happens to them, when they get a little dose of their own medicine, they just fall apart, man.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
They just can't freaking handle it. This Mason Nichols cat, man, he's got some. Let's see what he's got.
How much is the rest of the country gonna start hating us in baseball like they already do in football? Now that the SEC is just taking over Omaha.
Boy, we took over wherever the College World Series was in softball.
Yeah, so the rest of the country is gonna be sick of us in
Yep.
baseball like
Mhm.
for years in football. It's
Vinny,
just
we're
about
taking over all sports. I don't know if you've heard.
the rest of the country.
All
is just-
championships comes through the South.
Yeah.
The Southeastern Conference, that is.
Yep. Peep this map. One of your national champions in every sport's going to come from that map right there. Hell, even Mississippi State won a national championship in something.
Yes, they did, and they just had that.
They won it during the
baseball.
what's his name? Oh, who was there? What's his name? First baseman.
Oh,
Drawing a blank.
it's not Palmero, is it?
No.
Play for the Giants.
Will Clark.
There you go. Will Clark.
Back in the day, yeah.
They-
Him and Romero was on the same
they-
squad.
Yes, it Rafael Palmero. That's it. That's what I was thinking about. Was Rafael Palmero?
They was down there together.
Will
Yeah,
Clark and
They had a
Palmero, yeah.
squad then.
That was
Mhm.
nasty.
Yeah.
They win it then? They won it then.
Hmm.
You're right.
I thought last year was the first national championship Mississippi State had won anything. When they won it.
I thought they had won. Google.
State.
Los Google. Somebody else Google that. I got the game playing on mine.
Yeah, let's see here.
Damn, struck him out too. This guy's dealing. Look at this pitch, man.
Dude.
Just look at that. That's just disgusting. Look at this.
That's one of those you see it, and then all of a sudden it just breaks away from you.
That thing was tumbling, man. Like, oh, that was nasty.
It runs
He's
away
saying to
from you.
himself,
You think it's a
I know.
strike.
Shoot, you think it's going to paint the inside corner? All of a sudden, it just dives across the plate
Hmm.
into the other batter's box, and you're swinging away at it.
He's got a nice changeup too now.
Mhm.
I'll tell you what, the off-speed pitching from both these teams has been good. You got I think it was Wallace or Wiggins one. I can't think of his name. That was for Arkansas. He's throwing 99, 98, 99. All of a sudden he throws a 89 mile an hour deuce at you. You don't even know what to do with it.
No, you don't.
It's a 12-6 deuce. I'm talking about he's coming straight up and down with it. I mean, there's nothing you can do with it.
You just hope you time it right.
'Cause how you supposed to wait?
Absolutely.
How you supposed
This
to wait?
this dude pitched to Jim
Yeah.
Elliott, whatever his name
The
is.
whole team's rocking the front. This guy's red. He got sunburned.
First time he's probably ever seen the sun. Dude, I spent the weekend at the lake. Oh my gosh.
Dude, you are living
Look at
the
this.
dream.
I don't know if you can tell, but
Farmer's
got me
tan.
some. I hadn't got rid of the farmer's tan, unfortunately. I pretty much spent the whole weekend with no shirt on outside.
All right.
Oh wow! So they didn't win it. I
Mm-mm.
could have swore Raphael did. I think they got close, and they ended up losing it. Maybe that's what it was.
Mhm.
Because that's all they talked about for a long time was Raphael Palmero and Clark and all them boys during that time. I remember them talking about it a lot.
They ones got that left field. Is it like everybody brings their RVs or something to left field, or is that Ole Miss? I forget what's.
Mm.
They had some kind of left field tradition. Is it Ole Miss or Mississippi State one for home games, and they're out there just barbecuing and cooking out there in left field. It's lit.
I mean, he is.
Dude, how about
All right,
that
commercial
deuce
break.
he just threw?
Yeah, that was a
Man.
nice one. Well, if you want to jump in on the show, we got the comments, got the chat going. We'll post your. We'll let you see. We'll let you see what you post. If we get a run of really good ones, we will do this number right there where it'll display just like that.
Mm-hmm. We better run a good ones before from time to time. So
Then we get those Russian bots. And then we got DJ Scratch and Stiff playing the rocking the Adele in the Journey. That's right. That's right. Here's our new set. So here's what I did. I took a picture of the SEC championship setup in the bins as our backdrop, and then you don't know how long it took me to meticulously get like this placed right and that placed right. I could even move that over just a little bit, but like I had to go in, build it, import it, put up like this 3 box right here, and then like, okay, I need to move this over and this over and this over. And then I'd go back, adjust it. Like it took me. It's very tedious process.
Detail.
Dude, that's why you get paid the big bucks. Because I could never do this.
All $5.
Into the detail right there. Meticulous.
I even got one that's a 2-shot. One for a 2-shot where it has it going up on the screen here. And I even got one for, check this out, Israel, if we ever decide to go this route.
Oh, that's sweet. That's nice.
Yeah. If we ever go that route, which may not be a bad idea. If we can drum up enough live stream audience, we could say, all right, Brinks, see you later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But where else would we do a watch along, Troupe?
Dude, football games might be. We get play-by-play replays now.
Mm-hmm.
So West, when
Now it'd be to the east, especially.
Backdrop for y'all. That's what it's gonna be.
We could do, yeah. We could rock some stuff. We could do a couple test runs because they have those on YouTube, the live replays.
Yeah, and we could do like Beast of the East could be like when Kentucky plays somebody. Let Vinny talk through that, and then when Kentucky
we'll have him talk
Georgia,
through the highlights.
Involved.
Yeah, we'll have him. We'll talk through the highlights. We could play the highlights here. It's pretty good.
All for $5, baby.
That's right.
The shift.
Oh, the good old shift. Hot topic here. Some hot takes on this one. Do you think they should outlaw the shift?
No, I think hitters should hit better. If I look, just like quarterback and pre-snap read, if I look and see a bunch of people over to my right, I should probably hit the ball to the left.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But how like if they're shifted over and the pitcher's pitching you inside, or you fight it off and letting it travel,
fight it off and hit it. Yep, I'm trying to hit it to the right no matter what.
Can hear y'all, fellas. You know what I mean?
We're just going to talk in sign language. Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Did your audio just drop out? Yeah, you're coming through on our end. Troupe, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear Vinny too.
Check your output settings.
I can also hear Michael Jackson playing in the background. Little Billie Jean.
Billie Jean is not my love. Oh, now that's the view right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's the view.
That's it. There it is.
That is the one right there.
Yeah, I saw Georgia picked up a new 4-star linebacker today.
I saw that. That's pretty nice. We're getting to. This is getting crazy for us.
You're rolling. Vinny, have y'all picked up anybody as of late?
I don't know if he can still hear us.
Yeah, the Russian bots might have got him. How they used to get me.
Mm-hmm. BBN, man. They don't want to hear from BBN's finest. Yeah, CJ Allen, man. Must have been a gut. And to make things worse, Tennessee lost this kid, and they lost that other kid to Ohio State, who they were sure they were getting. that was the total gut punch, which is hilarious. Oh, here.
But I like Josh Heupel, so
Yeah,
I feel bad for them in that regard. But they are the competition. So
yeah, I mean, I don't until he goes and coaches another team. Screw him.
yeah,
No, I like Josh Heupel as a coach, but I just cannot root for the T. I can't do it. Just cannot do it.
There he is. Vinny, can you hear us now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Vinny, can you hear me now?
The Russians got my man.
Free Vinny free. I about called him Vinny Chase. Free Vinny Hardy.
Yep, we can hear you.
You've been watching the USFL?
No, I saw they played the other night, but I forgot to watch it.
Check this out, though. The USFL changes the rule to prevent tanking. The winner, not the loser of this is according to Pro Football Talk, the winner of the Panthers-Maulers game gets the first pick of the 2023 USFL draft.
Oh, so you can't just throw a game just to get the first pick.
Right, yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, now they're about to do the playoffs in Canton, Ohio. I think I'm going for the Breakers. It's the Stallions, the Generals, the Stars, and the Breakers, New Orleans. It's Davin Bellamy.
Oh yeah, they're good. Don't him and Toby play on the same team?
Yeah. Freaking nasty.
They're
man.
good.
Carnell Tate is the guy that committed to Ohio State, who will be at Bama in a couple of years. Tennessee was like, yeah, we're getting Carnell Tate, like, for sure. Nope.
Nah, cuz.
Nah.
Yeah, I've been so busy recruiting my own guys that unless it pops up on something, I keep forgetting to look at our boys at Georgia, man. But we're racking up right now.
We are, man. Arch Manning's going to have no choice but to come here.
Yeah, but that means somebody's going to leave if Arch comes. Because the expectation is going to be for him to start right away.
Well, yeah. I think it's Brock. I just don't think Brock is as good as Stockton and Arch. But Carson Beck impressed me in the sprint game, so you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Brock is a little stiff. Yeah?
Yeah.
He just doesn't seem as – I mean, obviously Gunner in his first spring game is, not quite up to speed yet, but he just looks smoother.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you got a guy who goes out and does what he's coached to do. So he kind of looks like a robot.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Arch comes in with a lot of pedigree, but I mean, who's to say that Gunner Stockton's not going to be the guy? I mean, Gunner Stockton could come in and he wasn't afraid of a little competition, so I don't think he's going to leave. I think it'll be Brock, because Brock needs to be a star somewhere. Which is, I mean,
he can clearly take a lick, because if you watch Gunner Stockton against Thomasville last year, he took some licks and he got back up.
Yep.
All bloodied up and everything.
He sure did. It was. I saw some of those and I was like, "Oh my god!" A little base hit here. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score.
Yeah, going down to Memphis now in the background. I like it.
Yeah. Omaha. Dude, Ole Miss. They come hard with they come strong with the female fans.
Oh, absolutely.
You ever been to the Grove?
Baseball.
Girls do love baseball.
I did not go to the Grove.
Man,
It's a great
I
place
want
to be there.
I want to go to the Grove. I
heard
want to
it
go to
does
the
not
Grove.
Disappoint.
Yeah, I've heard the same. You got chandeliers hanging from tents, and you got what's on the screen. Yeah, not a bad deal. Well, I guess Vinny is MIA. Here's what the Russians got him. Here's what the 2-shot one looks like. Right here. Just goes up top.
That's cool.
Just goes right above us. Here's what it looks like on our set, by the way. And our audience is getting the live tour of sets. Pretty cool, huh?
I like the red. I like it.
It's my favorite stadium shots. And there he is.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, Vinny.
I can hear y'all, man. Can you hear me?
We got you, man.
We got you.
For a while, I don't know what happened. I couldn't hear y'all for a long time. I don't know. I just kept coming in, coming out, and switched up browsers. Now we good. So I don't know what was going on for a minute. Apologize.
What browser?
For that.
Well, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Man.
I can hear you louder now. So whatever browser you were using, don't use it.
Yeah, no more Safari. I'm here on Chrome now.
Oh, Safari sucks.
Safari
man.
Safari does not like anything we do with podcasts. You got to go Chrome. I learned that too.
Yeah, Safari is the Vanderbilt of internet browsers.
I don't know what I'm in here now, so yeah, I won't be doing that.
That's right.
Next week or week after or whatever. So my bad, y'all. I was sitting there. I was like, I can't hear y'all. Yeah, my bad. Apologies, everybody.
It's all good. And we're back.
Right, sorry for those technical difficulties, but we're back.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Not sure what happened. Won't happen again.
Exactly.
White Sox are up leading the Blue Jays 8-5. The Brewers are up on the Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th, 2-0. As I read the ticker to everybody.
Braves just walked off the Giants 2-1 while I was out.
There you go.
So, yeah.
That's not a bad deal.
Braves are on a roll going into All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope we can keep that roll going.
Yeah, get the trim that lead down. The Mets was 5.5 the other day, so they're in striking distance now. They won 16 out of 18 now, something like that.
Dang.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just ripped off 14 straight, lost a couple, now they won a couple. So yeah, 16 out of the last 18, 16-2. That's 18.
If you win 2 in a row, it's called a winning streak.
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
Attaboy, Lou. You win one, then you win another. Boys, you win 3. They call that a winning streak. Forget the breaking stuff, Ricky. Give him the heater. So, Vinny, we talked about this on Thursday on Bleav Dawgs, and Bleav Network sent out a tweet from BetOnline with the over-unders on win totals. They had Kentucky at over-under 7.5. You taking the over or the under?
And I'm not even a betting guy, but I think they'll win. Yeah, they'll win more than 7. Everybody's taking the what's SVP's homie's name? The Bear, is it? What's the old dude's name? Dude with Scott Van Pelt, the football dude. Oh, is he going to Bear or he's not?
Is it the Bear is on the Bear? I don't know what his name is, but he's on College Game Day. Is that the same guy?
Yeah, I think he's a bald-headed guy. He's on sometimes on Sports Center with SVP. It's not Stanford Steve. I think it's the other guy, but I think he had been like really, hyping Kentucky the past few years, and he even came out with like 7. And I'm trying not to be biased at all, but your non-conference, you got Louisville, you got Vanderbilt,
I'm trying not to be biased at all.
and
I've got all the blue on.
I still think
Come on, man. Just let your Kentucky flag fly, man. It's okay.
I still see them winning more than 7. We beat South Carolina, I don't know, 8 out of the last 9 years. Got a big win. You talk about winning streak. Got a winning streak going against Missouri. Got a winning streak against South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Louisville. Been blowing them out. They would have to. It'd be hard for them to just win 7.
I like it. I like Kentucky with 8 or 9. 8 being worst case scenario.
Yeah,
with that schedule. I just like the way y'all schedule just stacks up, and it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you get Tennessee back this year. Your blowout Vandy. I think South Carolina is a winnable game. It's a toss up, but I think y'all are more.
Every year we always win it, but yet they get picked ahead of us in media days every year. Whatever. But outside of the year, when Terry Wilson got hurt, that's the only year they beat us. And that was the weekend. The next week they went to Lynn Bowden and ripped off 6 wins in a row. That's the last time South Carolina won. That's the only time they won. And it was kind of fluky. We had no quarterbacks.
Dude is chowing down on an Uncrustable and some dill pickle sunflower seeds.
That's classic right there. But yeah, look, and you playing teams with first year coaches, beat their brains in. I know Florida's Florida, and Napier, you're hyped about Napier, but play him in week 2, go down there and rough him up. He's still trying to get his feet under him.
Well, I wonder if the dude that won the I Like to Practice award is going to play.
Oh,
probably.
I like to practice.
I wonder if they're going to bring a garbage can and hold it up the whole time.
Said no one ever.
I swear the dude wants to be Butch Jones. I think he should pick a better role model.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good coach. That's the sad part. He's actually a really good coach.
I'm talking about Billy now, right?
Yeah, talking about Billy Napier, or as we affectionately call him, Sling Blade.
Man,
he's a good coach, though. Like, I can't hate on him too bad, but he's doing all this stuff that he doesn't need to do.
Hokey stuff.
Yeah, he's doing all this hokey, cheesy.
If you want to model yourself to Bill Jones when it comes to landing on your feet, getting fired from Tennessee, and then next thing you know, you're a consultant for Alabama, smoking cigars with Nick Saban, model that, but maybe don't emulate everything he's doing going into your first season as a coach. Maybe don't.
Do what you. I mean, I didn't follow him too closely at Louisiana, but I mean, did he do this stuff at Louisiana?
When he first got there, then he kind of fizzled off because they were doing pretty good. Just going back to, what I talked about, getting the morale back up at Florida, creating a little bit of excitement, things like that. So, it'll fizzle out too, and Florida get back to.
Florida fans are some jacked up people, man. They don't. That's like saying, okay, I just drank a cup of coffee. Now I need to drink some Red Bull to wake up. Like, they don't really like. They don't really need that.
Yeah, it sounds like a heart attack.
Yeah,
it's what he's about to give them. he's stacking Red Bull and coffee. We don't need it. The hype machine can run without it. We're on a commercial break, by the way. So it's so whack.
Yeah, it's
yeah, he's a good coach. They'll be fine. They're going to do well. I mean, we like to poke fun at the guy down in Tigerland, Brian Kelly, and him and the Tiger family. But he's actually a really good coach too.
Yeah.
Dude took Notre Dame to a national championship appearance and 2 playoff appearances.
Yep.
He did.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, they got their heads beat in when they got there.
Yeah,
because they ran into Alabama all 3 times, right? No, they played Clemson once.
Or
They
maybe
play. No, they didn't play LSU.
maybe not at Achilles.
That was Oklahoma,
The Mentateo got they got drilled by somebody, wasn't
Alabama.
Alabama.
it?
They got freaking curbed. Like, I think if Georgia would have won that game, they'd have done the same thing to Notre Dame.
Absolutely.
Like Notre Dame had no chance.
Mm-hmm.
The invisible girlfriend. He got catfished.
Mm-hmm. It's like back in the 90s when whoever won the NFC Championship game between Dallas and San Francisco, you knew they were going to win the Super Bowl.
Good Lord, they are getting down on some Uncrustables. Look at that.
That's what happened with whoever wins this Georgia Bama game is going to just mollywop Notre Dame. It don't even matter who. Whoever wins it is going to just drag them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that they did. But yeah, I mean, good Lord. Even the reporters are getting on the action.
I've been there, choking.
She had to get in on the Crustables. In her defense, those things are delicious.
Oh, those things are. It's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, you can't eat just one. Like, you're gonna eat two, no matter what. At least two. You're gonna eat it.
Those things are like the perfect ratio of peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're a little bit cold too, that's.
You got a cup of milk. Oh.
No, you got a cold Capri Sun. I've been drilling my kids Capri Suns lately.
Your wife is probably going to kill you.
Capri Sun with the Uncrustable?
Israel,
Yes.
stop. She probably doesn't sound like this, but Israel, stop drinking the Capri Suns.
Gotta have some milk.
Yeah.
Sweet stuff. Gotta have some milk.
Now, if you really want to get adventurous, you pop that thing in the microwave for about 10 seconds.
Oh.
And with a glass of milk, now you're cooking.
Mm.
Might have to try that.
Either way, that way or cold, both of them you can't go wrong. I mean,
Oh, it's getting ate. It's getting ate no matter what.
yeah, you can't mess it up.
It's getting destroyed. There is no eating an Uncrustable.
So Uncrustables, Pringles, Ruffles, we all just reference them. Any of y'all three just want to sponsor BCD.
Ruffle. What flavor Ruffles?
Come out.
Dude, sour cream and
Sour
onion
cream.
Ruffles.
Oh, sour cream and cheddar.
Those are good too.
Yeah, sour cream and cheddar.
The sour cream and onion ones, dude. Here's well, this is either gonna be a really popular opinion or a very unpopular opinion.
I already came with my unpopular. Bring it, Corey. Bring it. Let's hear yours.
This is an unpopular, possibly chip opinion. But the Golden Flake Thin Crisp Barbecue.
No hate here.
Nope, I'm with you. The hot
I don't know if
flaming golden flakes. Hot barbecue flaming golden flakes.
The sweet heat are good too.
Fire. Fire.
I'll have to try the hot ones.
SEC has 15 appearances, 7 titles. We're taking over.
The past 13 seasons. Yikes. See, even Oklahoma's in the mix. We're going to claim them as an SEC team. Since they done joined our
Taking
conference.
over.
Yeah, it's like when I don't know if they've done it this year, but every year, SEC Network, when Feinbaum takes his vacation, every school has their takeover. It'll be all Georgia one day, 24 hours. It'll play Georgia baseball, volleyball, basketball. And like when it's Missouri's day, which they can bring in when they went to the SEC championship game in football, but most of the stuff from Missouri is from like when they were in the Big Eight. They don't have any current SEC stuff to show. They got a flashback, but it's maybe they'll get some stuff where they can.
What does Vanderbilt show? Their one win over Georgia in 2016,
and the couple baseball World Series. They won the World Series a couple times, right?
Yeah, they'll show a bunch of baseball.
Yeah. But yeah, it's always funny. I'm like, yeah, what are they gonna bring any recent